I learned a valuable lesson through that experience, and it was just that don't doubt yourself, don't doubt what you can accomplish, because in that moment I was like, I can't believe I didn't apply for those scholarships. I can't believe I didn't apply for those scholarships, and now I meet the criteria and now it's too late. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sashika and you are welcome to join the family. So from the title, you already know what this video is about. I'm gonna tell you my story of how I manifested a scholarship that I needed really badly. And this story is not to brag, it's not to boast, it's just to share my 2 cents, and hopefully I could inspire or motivate someone to take that leap of faith. So yes, I'm one of those persons who believe in manifestation. I believe that I can manifest the life that I want, the goals that I want, anything, because like I always say, nothing in this lifetime is too good for me. First thing, you can't just manifest something, say, oh, I get that, and it just comes. So no, you have to work towards it, you have to have faith, and firstly you have to claim it. Alright guys, so this story takes place in basically a 2 to 2.5 year time period. Between 2015 and 2016, I was in lower 6. And during that time, I knew that after high school, I wanted to go to university. Firstly, university abroad was out of the options because man, I have no money. So I basically evaluated the universities here, and I thought that the University of the West Indies was the better option because 1, it was only 3 years to get my degree, and 2, it was the more affordable one in my opinion. But the problem was I knew that my father couldn't afford to pay my tuition. So for me, it was either 2 options. Either I'm going to take student loan or I'm going to get a scholarship. A scholarship was of course my first choice, so I started to decide what scholarship I wanted, and I started to put in the work. I went to my school library one day in a computer room, and I started to search for scholarship that I think I can achieve. I eventually found some scholarships that were being offered by the Ministry of Education or the Ministry of Finance, one of the 2. So these were government scholarships, and the only thing they wanted was 6 grade 1s, and you need to be a citizen of Jamaica, and you need to be within the age group, I believe it was 18 to 25, and you need to show that you have financial needs. I thought those were some pretty easy requirements. I was like, yes, then I work towards. And when I got home, what I did was I searched for the scholarship again on my phone. I took a screenshot and I set the scholarship as I set that screenshot as my screensaver, just to remind me that, listen, this is what you're working towards. So remember, you have to put in the work. So normally whenever I'm trying to manifest something in my life, I like to put it somewhere where I can see it, somewhere I can remember it. Some people like to do a vision board, but my screensaver is like my vision board. So I started to work towards scholarship. Remember, they wanted 6 ones. And in those 6 ones, you need to have a 1 in Caribbean Studies or a 1 in Communication Studies. I was in lower 6, so I was doing Communication Studies at the time. So I say, yeah man, that's easy. I just need to get 3 ones. I'm going to try to ensure I'm going to get the 1 in a Communication Studies. And I was doing subjects that I loved. I was doing economics, I was doing accounting, and I was doing management of business. So I loved all of those subjects. So I say, yeah, I can get a grade 1 in those subjects, and I have to put in the work for Communication Studies because, like I told you guys, writing is not my strong point, English not my strong point. So of course that was where the work come in, and that was where the challenge. So I said, I'm gonna challenge myself to try to get a 1 in this. If I get a 1 in Communication Studies, I can get a 1 in any other subjects. So yeah, so eventually I did CAPE Unit 1, and in August 2016 the results came out and my grades were disappointing. I got 2 3s and I got 2 1s. So, and one of those 3 was in Communication Studies, and I also got a 3 in my favorite subject, which was economics at the time. And I said, boy, you know, I'm not get a scholarship there. because in order for me to get that scholarship, I have to get 4 1s in CAPE Unit 2. And that's some normal brights. But me no brights I forget 4 1s. So self-doubt kick in, I must say. I'm not gonna meet the criteria. So because I believe that I wasn't bright enough to meet the criteria, I eventually removed the scholarship from my screensaver. So I basically forget about the whole thing. I didn't even bother to apply for the scholarship. So when I was in upper 6, which was my final year in high school, I basically I was saying that my only option is to go through student loan, because the scholarship that I was seeing, they were asking for some ridiculous things. When I say ridiculous, I mean they were asking me for an essay. What does do like, right? So of course, I said, I apply for a scholarship and whatnot. So I applied for UE. I got accepted. I applied for the student loan. I went through the process, and of course I got approved for student loan. I struggled to get a second guarantor. My father was the first, but I eventually got a second one, so that was out of the way. By the hook or the crook, I was going to UE in September, and I was going through student loan, whether I like it or not. But one thing that I did though was when I was in upper 6, I had a friend, a really good friend at the time. She was applying for some scholarship that were being offered by the University of the West Indies bursary. So it was just a simple application form, and say any application form was simple. Yeah, me that, because I'm not like not much too long. So I eventually got the form. I filled out the form with my grades, and I think that was all the scholarship was asking for. It was asking me for like my name, they want your address, contact information, they want your grades, and I think that was it. But the form was so simple, so I said, alright, we're going to do this. And my friend and I decided on a day that we're going to drop off the form. I tell the people, little most me drop off the application form day, because on the day when I was supposed to go up by the way is the day my shoes decided to it will give way. So my shoes were starting to lift at the time, and it was feeling very uncomfortable, and I was feeling uncomfortable because my shoes I make bread. So little most me not go, but then I say, what? No business. Me I go same way. I don't even have my friend did realize. So my shoes now. So my shoes are egg and feet like. Oh God. But yeah, I go and I walked, and I tell them my feet was hurting me because my shoes was not comfortable anymore. But we went and I dropped off that application form. And honestly, I just did it because my friend had do it. I never did it for me because I don't know. But does it feel like my grades never good enough for me to get a scholarship? But then the school year ended. I graduated from Women's High School for Girls, and it was summer. And where I'm preparing to go to UE. But in the summer, in August, when CAPE results came out, guess what was my results? Guess no? Guess. My result was 4 1s in CAPE. 4 freaking 1s. And at that time, when I saw the result, I was so, like, I don't know, I was happy. I did it on the road today, and I checked my results, and I don't know, my mood just moved from yesterday, got all the way up here. So I said, girl, I said it right. And then after the whole joy coming, a little regret started to seep in, because remember, I wanted that scholarship. I needed that scholarship, and I didn't apply because I didn't think I'd meet the criteria. So I learned a valuable lesson through that experience, and it was just that don't doubt yourself, don't doubt what you can accomplish, because in that moment I was like, I can't believe I didn't apply for those scholarships. And now I meet the criteria, and now it's too late. And but I don't know. Them times I don't remove the list of scholarship from my screensaver, because they don't say I'm not gonna get it. They don't say I'm not bright enough to get 4 1s in a CAPE to meet the criteria of 6 1s to get the scholarship. And it turns out that I was bright enough, and I did meet the requirement, but I did not apply. So my advice is don't let self-doubt prevent you from taking advantage of an opportunity. So you're gonna say, oh, I'm not good enough for that, I'm not gonna get that, or that's too expensive, I can't afford that. You know, them little something, them little thoughts that come in your mind sometime. Just don't make it get the best of you. But yeah guys, as I was saying, I got my results, and when I saw that I met the criteria for that scholarship, those scholarships, because it was more than one on the list, and I did not apply, I felt, I don't know, but I did feel depressed. But I'm not gonna make that get the best of me. I still decided to say I'm gonna go university. I apply for student loan, I get student loan. I wanted some cash. I entered a pageant that was being held in my constituency by my MP. I came second in that pageant and I won $75,000. So yeah, and I did some local work with, again, I think it was with my counselor, and that paid me, I think, 30 grand. So, you know, my hustle. I'm gonna get money for go UE. And yeah, I started university and it was going good. I was having the time of my life, and I think my grades were good. I was only struggling with one subject, but other than that, my grades were good. As it relates to my tuition was not paid, but I never have no problem with that because I was going through student loan, and I was told by other students that student loan normally takes some time to pay over the money. So you would need a pressure me for no money, and I was just good. But eventually, sometime in the semester, I got an email from the university bursary saying that congratulations, you were shortlisted for some scholarships. So you remember that application form that me and my friend went up to UE to drop off when I was in high school? That was what they were calling me about, and my friend didn't get her scholarship, but me never get none. I totally forgot about it. So when I got the email to say I was shortlisted, I was like, so but then I realized that it was that. I'm like, oh, ooh. So you know, I got shortlisted and I was excited. I tried to get some tips from some of my friends who knew got scholarship on what to expect for the interview, because I've never been to a scholarship interview before. So I got some tips from my friends on what to say, what to do, and whatever. I told my aunt about the interview. She sent me money to get something really nice to wear. And I went. And when I went to the interview, I was sitting with some people and I was talking to them. And when me hear out, you know, some make up, something. So, anyways, so when I went to the interview, I was sitting and I was talking to some people, and I hear all them brights and the extracurricular that were there, the whatever activities that they were involved in. I said, geez and peas, but me not match up to Uno. But when I went to the interview and they were asking me questions, I think they were inspired about my hustle. I had my ask, so how you started university? I may tell them, say, oh, I do my for do. I enter that certain pageant, I get this amount of money to do this. And they were just curious. And they eventually asked me about something that was very, very personal to me. And I think I broke down in tears in that interview. And I was like, shit, there goes my chance. I just ruined it for myself. So because I eventually broke down in tears, they were like, they kind of just wrap up the interview because they realized that my emotional state was just, I just could continue with the interview no more. So them just wrap it up, and they was like, thank you for coming, we'll be in touch if you get through and whatever. And I was like, thank you. And I didn't hear back from them that entire semester, and I was like, can't believe I ruined it for myself. But in about February 2018, I got an email from the university bursary. And guys, I couldn't believe it. Like, I get the scholarship. So yes, guys, I got the email saying congratulations, you get this scholarship and whatever. And I was just overjoyed. And you know what the best part about the scholarship was? It was for all 3 years. So that scholarship, it paid my way for all 3 years in university. I think that same week or that same month I went up to student loan and I tell them, said, don't bother send over the money. Because them never paying no money at all. It's like, I don't know. Student loan never pay no money. Some others go up there and tell them to cancel the loan. And they never send the money in the beginning, so don't bother send it. And I don't know. Things just work out in my favor. You know what's the best part? Guys, this is the part that shocked me the most about the scholarship that I got. You'd have never guessed. Guess no? You see that scholarship that I got? It was one of the scholarship on the list on my screen. You remember I told you that I had a screensaver of a list of scholarship? The scholarship that I got was one of those scholarships. It was a scholarship by the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, I never applied. My mama telling me I never applied for the scholarship because I never think could have meet the criteria, you know. But the scholarship that I was get was exactly one of those scholarships, and I was just, I don't know. I was just overjoyed. Like, I feel good. And I think the reason why they took so long to approve me was because they were waiting to see what my grades was for the first semester in university in UWI. And my first semester grade was 3.5 something. So it was like, this girl, yeah man, we can't trust her with taxpayers' money. But yes, guys, that's basically how I manifested the scholarship that paid my way through university. It was, you can see that this was a roller coaster ride. Like, we manifest this years before it happened. And I totally forgot that I told myself that this was one of the scholarships. I totally forgot that I was working towards this scholarship. I'm gonna tell you, so when I got it, I just couldn't believe it. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. I really hope that I inspired someone to take that leap of faith and to just go after their goal. If you want to go to university, this year, September coming, and you don't know how it's gonna happen, apply for the scholarships. Don't doubt yourself. Even when you think you don't qualify, apply. Remember, me never think me qualify to get the scholarship, you know. And things did work out in my favor. So yes, apply. And also, if you don't get the scholarship, student loan. Yes. Take student loan for the first year and see what you can do for second year. Go work and travel. There's options out there. So, thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far in my video, thank you for listening. And I'll see you in another video. I have a lot more story to tell, but I don't like people in my business. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.